Okay, we are apparently live. Nobody's here yet. That's okay. I did this whole thing in about 15 or 20 minutes without any warning. Hey, somebody's coming in. Cool. We got a couple people coming in. Good, good, good. Hey, guys. Hope everybody is okay out there. Hope everybody's doing well. I haven't been around for a little while, but good to see you, whoever that is. Come on in and start talking anytime. Just thought we'd hang out here for a few minutes at least and do a quick live stream and talk about whatever you guys feel like talking about. Topics of the day, cars, whatever. So kind of a weird week, but that's okay. Been a lot going on for sure. So anybody wants to start a conversation? You got anything going on with your cars, guys? Any car events? Maybe if you're somewhere where it's still warm enough to have car events or anything like that going on, or anything else in the car world you want to talk about, or any other part of the news or world or personal life, or anything else you guys would like to discuss, please feel free. We always kind of leave an open topic thing here. We can always talk about whatever. Not just because it's Friday. I know a lot of the talk shows on the radio, like, it's Friday, we open lines, we can talk about whatever you want. Well, I'm always that way. We can talk about anything. Usually it's the cars, but sometimes we end up on talking about gardens and socks and you just never can tell what we're going to end up talking about here. So how's it going out there? Everybody check in. Tell me where you're from and who you are, unless I already know you, of course. I am from Superior, Nebraska. It's been a pretty decent day out there today. It was really close. It got close to freezing last night, so I brought in, went and cut all the tomatoes and peppers and stuff that I have out there off, and went ahead and brought them in the house and this morning because I think we may be getting some colder weather. It's about, I think we're going to have a high in the mid-60s today, though, so that won't be too bad. That's kind of nice. I still need to get outside and get some cardio, and I need to go downstairs and work out. And I haven't gotten around that yet today, but I keep putting it off. I will get down there. Hopefully, probably right after this live stream, we'll go take care of those and try to get that in before I get called to work. Got the phone waiting as usual, waiting to hear if call. It's been a really slow week at work. I've only worked, I think, 3 times, and they were all 3 short little trips. So been a little slow there, but it happens. So it's crazy. It goes from overtime a couple weeks ago all the time to almost nothing now, but we'll just hang out and wait and, keep it going. Hey, Jeffrey Erickson, what is going on? Happy Friday, man. How's it going? You got anything cool going on this weekend, or are you working, or what do you got going down? I don't know what I got going down because, as you guys, some of you know, I'm on call all the time, so it kind of depends on what happens. We got we got a few people in here now. Cool. Step into the chat, guys, and let me know what's up. Hey, Sky One, what's going on? Oh, football game. Cool. Yeah. I've been wanting to check out some of the high school football games. My son's now, out of school. He was a pretty big football star here in town, but he is now off to the Army. So I've lost track of the local team a little bit, but I would like to go check it out. I checked a couple of games out last year. I would like to get out there, support the local boys. I don't watch the NFL or anything anymore. So hopefully I get out and support the local team. I think they're 1-2. And I think the games they lost, they just barely, they like almost pulled it out. So, it's going to be a little cold. Yeah, it's about that time. Usually that first high school game is hot, and then it immediately start, at least here in Nebraska, the first week it's usually a little warm out there. And then after that, it's time to start bringing out the jackets and hats and gloves, and depending on first week, it's like we're fighting off bugs and heat, and then usually by the second game, it's into the chilliness, especially once the sun goes down. What's up, Sky One? I've been checking out some of your stuff. You had a big old long video the other day. By the way, I always announce what I'm drinking today. I'm drinking Diet Cherry flavored Dr. Pepper, which I'm not crazy about it. It's extremely sweet. So it's a little too sweet. It's not bad, but it's a little on the sweet side. If you like something really, really sweet, try out the cherry flavored Dr. Pepper. Yeah, don't skip your ads. I know I was telling people, don't skip the ads. So if I watch other people's videos, I always try to at least watch 1 or 2 of the ads and if there's a whole bunch in the thing, I will still skip them. But I figure if I watch a couple of them, if I hang out for a couple of them, let them run. And once in a while, I'll click on something too and see what's up. You know, if it's something interesting, I'll check a little bit of it more out. So. So yeah, guys, definitely check out Sky One videos. Cool stuff over there. I thought, I wish I wrote down the name, but it's in the other room. I didn't discover, but I saw a guy post a video up on Facebook today in a Challenger group, and he's got a pretty cool channel. He's only got 2 videos, but he's built a drag. It's like a 2009 Challenger. Done all kinds of crazy stuff to it. It's a little drag car, and it's pretty cool. And anyway, I wanted to tell everybody what that channel name was, but now I cannot remember. I will get that in a video or something coming up here, but it was pretty cool. Oh, Jeffrey, you got exhaust drone? You're going to try to address it. I wonder what's up there. What do you think the first step's going to be? I'm really badly wanting to do some stuff to my car, but I've got I don't have the mid muffler delete. I have the Dynamax 24 250s in place of the mufflers. Sounds pretty good. I like it. And it was they were cheap. They were like $50 or $60 for the mufflers, and the guy put them on for, I think it was $60. I can't even remember. So it was pretty good. Gonna do a titanium rat first. Nice. But every time you get a little bit louder exhaust, after you get used to it a little bit, you're like, I wish it was a little louder. So maybe I'll do some more. I don't know. Yeah, Sky, that would be cool. I've always wanted to do cutouts, but that starts to get pretty pricey and stuff and complicated a little bit. But yeah, I'd like to do that. I'm hoping maybe soon to start doing a little bit more mods to the car. It's paid off and all that stuff, and it's starting to get a little older and everything. And I think maybe once we get the Tesla truck, I might be able to talk Kim into letting me play around a little bit more with the Challenger. Especially, well, it's the 3-year 36,000 warranty is over now because it's been more than 3 years, but we still have the powertrain, which is 5 and 50, I think. So especially once that's done, we might I might be a little more open to messing around with the car a little bit. Oh, your chiropractor bought a Tesla? Cool. I really like ours. I really do. I got to say, it's a cool car. There was a couple things that annoyed me about it, but it was stuff that was we just needed to put some settings in the right place, and it took us a couple months to figure that out. It kept locking me out is the main thing, and it was a pain in the butt. I had to pull my phone out to unlock the car, and it was, you come out of a store or something, and you walk up to your car, and it's supposed to unlock automatically when you walk up to it, but it wouldn't, and I had to get the phone out and unlock it with the phone, which is a pain in the butt. Plus, it makes you look like an idiot. And finally discovered that there was just a setting we had set wrong. So it was a matter of touching something on the screen and changing the setting, and now it does unlock anytime you walk up to it. So it's all good, and that was the main thing that drove me crazy about it. But that problem has been overcome. So really, there's nothing else about the car I don't like. I wish it were the performance version, but other than that, yeah, I know. If Kim would start I tried to get her to I tried to get Kim to because I was thinking about doing a what do you call it? God, so old. Joe Biden moment. Patreon. I was going to do a Patreon thing, but I was like, well, I don't really. I mean, I'm really having, not making a lot of videos and stuff as it is. I have to offer more stuff if I do that. There's got to be a reason for people to come here. So I was talking to Kim that maybe she would, be in the videos as far as the Patreon and all that stuff goes. And that would be something that would be like an extra thing. And she's kind of, she hasn't brought it back up again. I haven't brought it back up again either. So we'll see. Yeah, I saw a video of Hottie trying on bikinis. I know you got to get good looking women to. That's the thing. I know some. I could probably get some attractive younger girls to be in the videos and things like that. But I don't think Kim would. Kim would be too thrilled with that. She would not tolerate that, and that's fine. I understand, but like I think if it was guaranteed to be super successful and actually make some money, she might be a little more open to it. But I know I see a lot of stuff on YouTube where it's like, it's not necessarily, hey, look at this girl, but they put a bunch of, women in it or their girlfriends or whatever without too many clothes on, all that, just to kind of help. And it does seem to help. A lot of people will subscribe and watch just because of the dude's girlfriend or the whatever, the girls he gets in the video, even though they really don't have a lot to do with anything in the video. But it is what it is. It's probably, that kind of stuff has sold forever and it always probably will. So I did put I have a couple of photos that I had of some women that I used to put in the videos. I don't think I've put either one of them in there in a while. A girl with a like American flag and an AR-15 and stuff like that, but I haven't used those in a while. Yeah, 3 non-skippable ads, and then yeah, I'm always leery of the non-skippable. I'm afraid people are just gonna be like, yeah, never mind, I'll watch something else. I've tried it a few times, but my dad's channel has taken off pretty well. He already got monetized, and he's got one video with over 100,000 views on it, and just got him monetized like 2 weeks ago, I guess, and he's getting a lot. He's got 1,500 subscribers or something now. I can't remember, maybe 2,000. I don't know. He's got a lot of subscribers now, and yeah, so cool. Yeah, Sky, I was just checking my stuff out yesterday. I've got about 4 or 5% are from 4 I think it was 4 or 5% from my subscribers. The rest is from search, like Google search and YouTube search, and then only like 18% or something was like from suggested. It used to be really high on the suggested. My views were really, a lot of them came from the suggestions, and they're not anymore. I'm not getting suggested anymore, so. Got kind of out of the algorithm there, I believe, for YouTube, and probably from not making a lot of videos and making a bunch of videos that were kind of going off in different directions, not staying true to my little niche there. So yeah, I got about the same. I think it's 4 or 5% from subscribers, and the rest is all. Most of it's from Google search and YouTube search, and then a little bit, like I said, from suggested videos. Yeah, Jeffrey. So I don't know. You guys know Becky Ware that comes in on the chats on the live stream. Actually, haven't seen her in a while because I haven't been doing those Sunday nights in a while. Ended up working every weekend now, just about every Sunday night. I am gone. So, but Becky, who comes in, she's got a black 2009 Challenger, and unfortunately, she just got it paid off. I think, what'd she say, last month or a couple weeks ago? And she had a little bit of an accident the other day and scraped it up against a guardrail, and I think she said like $2,500 in damage. So that's kind of sad to hear. She's a nice person who always comes in and supports the channel and comes in and hangs out in the chats with us and talks and all that. And unfortunately for her, that's her. If you see the thumbnail on this is her. That's her car in the middle there, and sad to say, but at least she's okay. I don't think anybody was injured or anything like that. She just, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but somehow she got it scraped up against a guardrail. And I guess the first estimate was for about $2,500, I think she said. So sad to hear that. Hopefully, she calls it Baby, I think so. Hopefully Baby is up and running, back on the road, looking good in no time. And hopefully it's not too much of a strain on her budget or whatever to get that fixed. I don't know her insurance situation or anything like that either. So, but I was hoping maybe she'd come in, but usually on these daytime ones, we don't see her. I think she's probably busy during the day. So hopefully that all works out for her. She's a nice woman. Yeah, maybe she swerved too far, aiming for that trying to Get the protester got a little too far to the right. So that's sad to see, but stuff happens, and luckily it's just vehicles and they can be fixed. And as far as I know, no injuries or anything like that. So that's good. And good to hear that part of it. I know it sucks when it's your car that gets banged up, but you gotta always try to look at the bright side, and at least everybody's okay. I need to take my Saturn into a mechanic because I thought I was going to fix part of it myself. The rear suspension is a disaster, and I thought it was just one trailing arm was broken, and I was going to replace that myself. And then when I got under there, it's a total mess under there. There's all kinds of stuff loose and broken. So I'm going to probably have to take it somewhere and get an estimate, and then decide if I want to put that money into that car or do something else. We may buy an old pickup truck or something. When did I get my first tattoo? I think it was around 2000, around the year 2000, I believe. 99 or 2000, somewhere in there. And that's the first one I ever got. It's just a skull, typical skull with flames, and it says live free or die. How about you guys? Anybody got tattoos, and when did you? I need to get those. They're both. That was my second one here. Same guy did it, and it says "Give me liberty or give me death." Yeah, MotorTube does. I see a lot of guys doing stuff. I've done a few videos. I don't do any street racing, but there's some stuff in my videos that where I'm obviously going too fast and things like that. But so it's what do you got, Jeffrey? And how long have you had them? Oh, the loss of your grandson. Okay. Well, that's sad to hear. Yeah, a lot of people's tattoos are like for things like that, or in memory of somebody, or of an event in their life and stuff like that. So I have one over here. It's not done. I just got it started. And I never finished it. But my daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes back in 2007. We didn't know what was wrong with her. She got very, very sick. Thought she had the flu, and then it went away and came back and went away and came back. We couldn't figure out what was going on. She was super sick. Finally took her to the hospital. And turns out she has type 1 diabetes and had to be helicoptered out of here in Superior and on a helicopter to Omaha to Children's Hospital, and they saved her life. And it was a very traumatic, weird, crazy moment. And we had to learn everything about type 1 diabetes in about one day, and about insulin and all those wonderful things, and pretty crazy. On your chest and leg. Cool, man. Cool. If pretty much any YouTuber, I think, if somebody wanted to go look through all their videos, any car YouTuber, they could probably find some things to get them in trouble for if they really wanted to. And I've been warned once by a local cop here that we know you have a YouTube channel, and because my neighbors are complaining about the car being too loud. I said, that's fine. Watch it all you want. I don't care. I'm not doing anything bad. And once in a while, there's stuff on there that's, if they wanted to get nitpicky and chicken shit about it, they could probably find some things to. The one I just made with my buddy a couple weeks ago at the Corvette, there's a couple things in there that could probably get us in trouble. But, whatever. It's hard to do a car channel without doing at least a little bit. I don't do any street racing. Don't do that anyway. And if I did, I wouldn't sure as hell wouldn't record it. I know some guys do a lot of it, like Street Speed 717, but he's extremely careful. If you watch his videos, the speedometer is covered up. Anything in the background as they're going by, any signs, any landmarks, they're blurred out. So I don't know if somebody really wanted to dig into his channel, they probably could, but he's also got lots of money, so he could afford some really good attorneys to probably get him out of most of that trouble as well. But he's a lot of good editing on his channels where he's doing a little bit of stuff out on the highway with another guy or whatever. If you really look, it'd be hard for them to make a case of where he was, when it was, who the other guy was, the location and all that stuff. So so it's crazy. Well, we all know what happened to Family Cruising back in the day. So he literally got arrested as he was taking his kid to school. So pretty sad because of some mistakes he made in some videos with some other guys, and him and whatever, like 3 other guys, I think, got arrested because of videos, all from the same events. But it was real obvious who it was. It was obvious where they were, and they told him what time. There was a lot of evidence there. He got charged with 24 things or something. I think they dropped all but one. He pled guilty to one thing and did some community service, but I think he lost his job over all that. They actually charged him with endangering a child during all that too, because I think one of his kids was on the side of the road, or another kid, I don't know, but anyway, bunch of street racing charges or whatever the charge is there in Illinois for that. And that whole thing was suspicious with that dealer that he was having a little feud with a dealer who screwed up his car, and they were threatening him with stuff, and he was threatening them with stuff. And then they made comments like, "Would you like the police to see your videos?" And then right after that is when he got arrested. So it's kind of interesting. And he's been off YouTube ever since. He appeared on somebody's live stream a couple times, but he hasn't made any videos, or his channel is done or gone, or at least offline or whatever. And I think he was making decent money on YouTube. He had about 50,000 subscribers. He was getting, 20, 25,000 views per video. So he's probably making a little bit of money there. He had a really good job in the computer stuff, and he was obviously doing pretty well considering the way his house looked and the way that the cars and stuff that he had. He must have been doing pretty well at his job as well. But all right, Jeffrey. Take care, man. Have a good one. Hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming in. Who else here? We got a few people here. Come on. We only got like one person talking. Take care, man. What does everybody think about the old Trump's getting the COVID virus? That's kind of interesting. It's interesting to watch a lot of people say horrible things online. It's crazy what people will say when they're behind a computer. It's pretty disgusting, really. But I know that I would never. If the other guy got that stuff, I certainly wouldn't be celebrating it. But that's great news to wake up to today. It's like, damn, what else? What a crazy time it's been for the last few months, and this month in particular. Well, not this month, I guess I should say, since we're only the second day in it, but like the last month or so, things are getting pretty wild out there, and it's only going to get crazier as we get closer to the election. And both sides have some big bombshells to drop on the other one. Whatever, someone's going to accuse somebody of something, or you never know. But it's I would never post that about a sick. If Biden got sick with that, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of when you take a step back and go, okay, I don't like that guy, but this is not good. Hope he gets well, hope his wife's okay, hope his kids are, all that good stuff. We can be political enemies without having to wish death on each other or be glad that they're sick. And they're going to be fine. They're both healthy people. I'm sure they'll be fine. But still, it's weird to think how vile people can be. And I post stuff on Facebook that is somewhat offensive and a little bit nasty. But when it comes to somebody's health or getting sick or something, that's not. I wouldn't go there. Like I hated not hated, but I did not like Obama one bit. But when like that time when that guy jumped the fence and tried to, run to the White House with, and I think he had a weapon and all that stuff, that was like not something I was celebrating. I was like, holy crap, I'm glad they stopped that guy. That's where you draw the line at that kind of stuff. That's not cool at all. And if he would have gotten sick or something, I'd have been like, oh no, you don't want the leader of the free world, the leader of your country, no matter whether you agree with him or not. You don't want him to be ill or have anybody harm him or anything like that. I don't remember this kind of stuff. And I know the internet wasn't around back then, but like when Reagan got shot, I didn't hear a bunch of Democrats going, oh, cool, Reagan got shot, I hope he dies. But now you'd hear that, they didn't have the keyboards to hide from, but to hide behind back then. But even if they did back then, I don't think you would have heard that kind of stuff, maybe from a few people, but not all over the place. Because people were a little more civil back then. But I also think that we were a lot more alike back then than we are now too. I heard someone else say this recently too, but there used to be everybody pretty much had the same goals. We just had different ways of getting there, kind of, and it's really gone away from that now. We have completely different ideas and goals and wants for the country, which is kind of strange because it's just weird. There's not just like two different paths to get to the same goal or the similar goals. It's like this completely different idea of what everything should be, which is nuts. But yeah, we're going to see what happens if they can steal the election or not. I really feel that it will be an electoral. I don't know about popular vote or whatever. That's meaningless. If it was up to the popular vote, we wouldn't even bother voting. We just let New York and California vote and see what they like, and we already know what that would be. So, but I think electoral college. I think there'll be an electoral college landslide for Trump, but who knows? And then once with all the mail-in crap and all the we're not going to know that night. That's going to give them time to see how much they need to make up or whatever. And if that's the case, then it could drag on. It's going to go to the courts. If we don't have if the Supreme Court is still 8 people at that point, we could have a 4-4 split. This could really be a big deal. That's one of the reasons the Supreme Court seat needs to get filled, not just so our side can win, but so it can be decided. Because if it happens to be decided by the Supreme Court and it's 4-4, then we have a constitutional crisis. It's a big mess. And no matter who you like or don't like, not knowing who the president's supposed to be for months is worse than either one of them being in there. So there's nothing that could be worse than like not having a president because we don't know who it's supposed to be, and it's going to be dragged through the courts. And either way, it's going to be illegitimate. That whichever side's going to say, oh, that's illegitimate. That didn't really, which they're going to do anyway. But the worst possible thing that could happen is if it can't be decided, it goes to the courts, and the courts are split 4-4. That's why we've got to have another Supreme Court justice by then so that it can't be split 4-4. Yeah, Kim's been wanting to get out of the country. She wants to move out of the country, possibly. I've never really wanted to, but I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe. It's just not my kind of thing. All these places she wants to live, I'm like, man, I like fast cars and muscle cars and open roads and, out here in the middle of Nebraska and Kansas. I love all that kind of, I can't imagine living on some little island or some little country where I just not my thing. So I don't know though. It's been, things are getting weird, and we're pretty much out of the way of most of the craziness here in Nebraska, especially in rural Nebraska. Yeah, they're going to tax the crap out of everybody. The rich, their definition of rich is interesting, but every business owner is going to be taxed because everyone who owns a business is rich, right? I mean, the guy who owns the neighborhood bar, he's obviously filthy rich because some people really think that way. It's wrong, but most people who own businesses bought themselves a job, no more than anybody else's job. It's just their business and it's their job. They're not rich. They can't afford to have their taxes go crazy and regulation go crazy. Oh yeah, cool. Gatsby Club is about an hour away. Nice. Yeah, it's getting weird out there, and well, even here in Nebraska, we had a protester get shot in Omaha by a bar owner. This made national news. Some of you might have heard of it, but he was there protecting his bar. The protesters came and were smashing the windows out. He went outside to try to get him to go away. They some of them attacked him. He shot one of them and killed the guy. And at first, the district attorney did not press any charges. There were no charges. It was determined within a couple of days to have been self-defense. But then the public went crazy, and so after a couple of weeks or whatever, the district attorney decided that he would go ahead and take it to a grand jury and see what they thought. And the grand jury came back with a bunch of charges against the guy for murder and manslaughter and all kinds of crazy shit. And now, which is ridiculous. I don't know how anybody could come back with that from the video and everything. He was clearly attacked, and he shot the guy that he shot one. You know, it was crazy, totally self-defense. But anyway, he got charged with a bunch of stuff. Well, now he's committed suicide. The bar owner, after getting charged with all this stuff that he didn't do, and he was totally in self-defense, he's now committed suicide. So pretty sad story here in Omaha, or not here in Omaha, but here in Nebraska in Omaha. Yeah, dash cam compilation. I've been thinking about trying to do something like that. I see a lot of crazy stuff out there. I was going to start doing one with the left lane people who drive, because I'm on the highway a lot, and we got to run into several a day who are 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. They're in the left lane and they're going 49, and they won't get out of the left lane, and they're clueless, and they don't understand why people are looking at them weird and honking, and they don't get it. They're clueless, like they've never heard that you're supposed to get over to the right and stay out of that lane unless you're passing. Somehow they didn't get the memo. I was thinking about getting a whole bunch of those on video just as a little fun thing, little left lane losers compilation. I wish I could get a hold of the video from my deer hit the other. Well, it's been about a week and a half now, but there is video of it because we have videos in our. But I haven't seen the video. I'd like to see the video. I'd like to have a copy of video. I probably can get it if I ever really requested it. I probably could get it, but I probably have a right to it since I was driving. But I don't know. Holy crap! Passed her on the right while she was making a left. Jesus. Oh, on the left hand. Oh my God. Yeah, there's some nuts out there. We had if you live somewhere like I do, where there's a lot of agriculture, it's a harvest right now, and there's all these grain trucks running in and out of the fields into the elevators and everything. And down in Kansas, here a little south of us here, a couple counties down, a couple days ago, a grain truck. These guys drive like maniacs. I complain about it all the time. That's how they make their money. They come flying down them dirt roads, and they're trying to get that one last load for the day, a little extra money, whatever. And they drive like total maniacs. Well, this guy ran a stop sign, and he hit a lady and her 4 kids, killed all of them. Her husband was at home. They were going to the grocery store. Husband stayed home, and I think he had one of the kids with him. They had 5 kids, I guess. Anyway, long story. Her and the 4 kids all got killed. The truck driver, of course, was fine. And just a really horrible story. But yeah, those guys, if you live anywhere out here in like agricultural land, you probably know what I'm talking about. Those grain trucks, I don't know how many loads a day they get out of them fields and run to the elevator and all that stuff, but they just are go, 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 go. And they drive like 60 miles an hour down the dirt roads, and it's nuts. This time of year, I used to always tell everybody, like, and my kids and stuff, like, don't even, just be careful. These guys are crazy. Maybe since this happened, it'll slow down around here for a while anyway. I don't know. Before anybody else gets hurt. Drove by the elevator here in town. I guess it was yesterday when I was coming home, and there was there must have been a line of 30 trucks pulling in there, just lined up. Well, we got a few people in here. Hey, I got 4 thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate that. But yeah, those stories are sad. You hear, that all those kids getting the. I can't imagine being the husband. He's wondering why, why the wife and kids hadn't come home from the grocery store, and then I'm sure that the police showed up or the sheriffs or whatever showed up, and it had to be absolutely horrible. Hey, Shivos Adventures, what's going on? Going pretty good. Did someone thumb down? That's okay. We're just hanging out, man. Just talking. Good to see you. Been a while. Just doing our usual thing. Decided to do an impromptu daytime one, which I do once in a while. Actually, been pretty good. Few people in here for the daytime stuff. And usually on a Friday, especially, I don't expect to see much, but people have got other things going on. But it's good to see everybody here. I appreciate it. Good to see you too. I haven't seen you in a while. Get the damn ceiling fan on. It's a little cold in here. I have to turn that off for the next one. It's blowing down on me. I'm glad I'm wearing a hoodie. It's a little chilly. Alan Osborne's in the house. What's up, Alan? Good to see you, man. We're just hanging out, doing our thing, talking about whatever and everything and everybody. And everybody wish Becky's not here, but wish Becky the best of luck. She had a little bit of an accident in her Challenger and messed up the side of her car pretty good, I guess. And so everybody have her in your thoughts. She's okay. She didn't get her. Nobody got hurt, but her car is pretty messed up, I guess. So sad to hear. She's one of the people that comes in here all the time. You guys probably remember her, Becky Ware. Busy working. Well, that's good. That's good, man. I was really busy working, but the last week or so I have not been busy working, unfortunately. I hope so. That would be cool. That would be nice trading for haircut. She's a nice person and great viewer, supports the channel and all that. I hate to see that happen to her. It's too bad. Hopefully, she'll get her all fixed up and send me some pictures of it all fixed up. I haven't seen any pictures of what happened to it, but just a description. I still got to find a little, what do you call it, grommet or ring thing that goes around the door lock. It's missing. I don't know how the hell it fell out of there and it's gone, but it is not there. I got just this hole in the door panel and the lock thing coming up through with it, but the plastic ring thing, grommet thing, whatever you want to call it, sleeve, whatever, I don't know. It's gone. I have no idea how that came out of there. I went to the other side and started messing around with how easy it is to get out. I can't get the other one. The other one's like in there really good. I don't know how this one. I don't know what happened, how the hell it came out of there, but it did. It's missing. So I got to find one of those somewhere. I was looking on some other cars to see if they're similar, but they're not really the same size. So I really want to. Well, I saw my dream car the other couple weeks ago. I think I probably already told you guys this story. I don't remember. I was in Ogallala, Nebraska, and driving through town, and there was a black Hellcat red eye wide body on the back of a trailer with the truck pulling it on the back of a trailer, and had Colorado tags on it. It was just gorgeous, beautiful. I was next to it at a stoplight, so I stopped farther back by the trailer. I was just admiring it until the light turned. It is really nice. Very beautiful car. There must have been something going on in that area because I saw several really nice cars and several nice cars on on trailers, both classics and newer stuff. So I don't know what was going on. It's way out of the area where I live, so there must have been something going on that weekend. Yeah, I want to buy a classic too. I'd love to get a classic old Mopar or something. My dream would be a 70 Dodge Super B, but it's pretty hard to come by. Yeah, the old Firebirds are cool. Old, got all the old stuff. There's a lot of cool old stuff. And of course, my other dream is the those first couple of years of the Charger with the fastback, the big bubble window back there, big fastback windows. I love those too. There's the Barracuda too, but I like the Charger a little bit better than the Barracuda. I like the front end of the Charger a lot better. Your ex had a Charger. You hated that car. Everyone loves like the 68, 69, 70 Chargers, which I love those too, but I like the earlier ones a little bit better. Just the body style was cool. 69. I see everybody wants a 69. That's like the year. Now I think the 68 looks cooler from the back. It's got the four round tail lights as opposed to the rectangular that the 69 had. Yeah, it was a big boat. Those other ones too, the 66 and 67 were I think they're really heavy from what I heard. I don't know much about them. I just admire them. I've never had one, never worked on one, never really even known anybody who had one. I've just always liked the way they look. But I'd like to get one of those and make it like a modern, yeah. But I'd like to update it to modern brakes, more modern suspension, modern engine, so it drove like a newer car, but had the look of the older. That would be cool. But you're talking like mega bucks to do that kind of stuff. And I'm not talented enough to do the work myself. So some of it, but not most of it. But maybe just a tiny bit of it actually. But so then you're looking at even more money than just you know. So unless something weird happens, that's probably not going to be happening. But we'll see. My chances of getting a red eye Hellcat are probably a lot better than me taking an old classic and turning it into what I would want because it, yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah, at your last Cars and Coffee, there was one upgrade, and that would be cool. I mean, yeah, I mean the old ones are to keep it all original or true to the era would be cool too. But I like it to be able to turn a corner at least a little bit and to stop and have a little more dependable, engine and all that stuff. I think that would be really cool. Still with the looks of the older, but with the so yeah, I don't know. But if I had unlimited money, that's probably what I'd do. I'd buy my black red eye, or maybe a different color. I don't know. I love black, but it's such a pain. But and then get an old muscle car, an old Mopar, and kind of bring it up to date. I mean, I'd want the interior to look original and the dash and all that to be original. I don't want like all that stuff changed. I like old trucks. I love old pickups. But a lot of guys take the old pickup and they put in like modern interior, modern seats, and I hate that. It just ruins the whole thing for me. It'll have like some Cadillac seats in it and a digital dashboard and all that. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. I'd rather have it be more original. Engine and brakes and all that stuff updated doesn't bother me at all. I like that. But yeah, too much. Well, everything depreciates now. I think a lot of that stuff, I don't know. You can't buy them for like investments because anything car or motorcycle, the chances of it being a good investment are pretty slim no matter what you buy. So you might get lucky, but chances are not going to happen. Kyle Petty, clear coat over that. Yeah, I see people do that. I like, real patina that is actually the real deal and it got there over decades. I don't like the guys now that are doing like the fake patina where it's painted on and they intentionally make it look old. I think that's terrible. It's kind of like an old pair of jeans. If you have an old pair of jeans and you wore them out and they're all worn and they got holes in them because you put them there over the years, that's cool. But if you buy them like that, that's not cool. Yeah, but yeah, you can just take an old car like that if it's and get it clear coated right over, so it kind of stops some of the deterioration without restoring the car. That's kind of what I want. I want an old truck, basically just leave it look the way it has, but with a little bit better suspension, better brakes, uh, some horsepower, make it semi-fast, lower it down to the ground, make it look cool. But as far as the paint and stuff goes, I would just like it to look how it looks. Yeah, an old Apache Chevrolet. I want one. I also like the 50s, like 55 Ford. I like the 57 through 60 Fords, which are not a very popular pickup. They call them fridges because they look like the front of a refrigerator. But I love those trucks. I really do. The old Chevys. And then I like the 60, like a 65, 66 Ford as well. I love those. And then I've had a 68 and a 68 Ford and a 73 Ford, which I loved both of those trucks as well. And I like to get an old Dodge truck. Those are cool, but they're harder to, you don't see a whole lot of them around. So, yeah, I still have the Saturn. It's got huge suspension issues in the back it's a mess back there. I thought I was going to fix it myself until I got under there, and it's a disaster. So I'm going to have to take it in and get an estimate on the repairs, and then make a decision whether to pay for the repairs or dump it off and do something else. It is sitting, yeah, yeah. They give me like $100 for it, probably. When I drive it, it makes so much noise. There's all kinds of popping and banging, and it sounds like the back of the car is about to fall off. And it just might one of these times. I just take it down the street to where I work and back. That's all I do. But even that, it's like going across the railroad tracks. I'm always thinking, man, this thing's gonna like collapse down to the ground. It's making all kind of crazy sounds back there, and I'm gonna be stuck on the railroad tracks. That'd be just wonderful. But I think it'll be okay. I don't know. Like I said, I got to take it over to. There's a guy here in town, and one of the mechanics here in town. I wouldn't say he does cheap work, but he's the kind of the cheapest guy, and he's kind of the guy you take stuff to that you don't necessarily need it to be perfect. You just need to get it back on the road. He's one of those kind of guys. So I'm gonna take it to him and just see what it needs and an estimate, and then sit back with Kim and decide. We were talking about buying a used pickup. So if it's too much money to fix the Saturn, we'll probably buy a used pickup. If it's reasonable to fix the Saturn, then we will probably keep it because it runs good, great gas mileage, does it great for getting just back to forth to work in and all that. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm hoping for in that situation. I really don't. I really don't want to spend money on a pickup right now. But I also don't want to spend money fixing an old Saturn either. So it's hard to say. I guess we'll just play it by ear, and whatever happens will be the right thing. Last weekend, I guess it was, we started looking for a truck, an old used pickup, because we were talking about that Saturn, and then we kind of like took a step back and said, well, hold on, before we go crazy here, let's take it in and see what it's going to need. But we need a pickup anyway. But then we're going to buy a Tesla pickup probably in a year or two. So yeah, who the hell knows? I don't know what's going on. I never know. It could all change tomorrow. Hey, Shivos, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for spending your lunch with us. Have a good time. See you later. Take care. Appreciate you supporting the channel. When we started looking at pickups, she was looking at newer stuff. And of course, I immediately gravitated to all the 60s and 70s stuff. I wouldn't want to go. I'd love to have something older than that, but for to be reasonable and realistic as far as getting it to work and back, I need to probably at least get into that era or 80s. Yeah, but whatever. But we'll end up probably buying a 2000 something or a 99, somewhere semi-modern pickup truck, so it's reasonably reliable, I guess. Yeah, I need something to survive the EMP, something older that would be either survive it or be easier to fix afterwards. Yeah. No computers and stuff. Yeah. She laughs at me though, because I always immediately start looking at them. Oh, look, there's a 64 Ford in here for we can't get a 64 Ford. Yeah. I look at every opportunity for a new vehicle to get something. It's always an opportunity for me to find something cool instead of something that works good. And I bought we ordered a punching bag, a heavy bag. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. It was supposed to come in like 4 days. I haven't seen it yet. The tracking has vanished. There was tracking. It made it to. It was in Texas, and it made it to Illinois, and then after a couple days, and then now from Illinois to here, there's no tracking, no sign of it, no idea what happened to it, and called the people we bought it from, the company we bought it from, and they're, well, we'll call you back in a couple days, and they never did, and it's getting a little frustrating now. Yeah, 700 horsepower Ram. Dodge is always doing crazy stuff, so that's kind of what makes the company so exciting. They're still doing crazy things that don't really like make a lot of sense, but it's kind of their niche, is doing stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense, you know. But I was watching some car expert guys. They were reviewing the Ford, the Dodge, and the Chevy pickups, the newest ones, you know. And I think the Chevy's getting a little outdated. It's been the same for a few years. But they really like the Ford. They weren't super impressed with the Chevy, but they're just all over the moon about the new Dodge trucks. They like how beautiful they are and how the features and the quality of the interior and all that. They're just all of them were just freaking out and saying how great they thought it was. So it actually won luxury. One of the new Rams, I don't remember what you know which version, but won the. They had to change the name of the award at Motor Trend or whatever because it won luxury car of the year, even though it's not a car. So I haven't really paid much attention to them. I guess I got to go check one out. Apparently they're just fantastic cars or trucks, and they got like super nice interior and great materials and every creature comfort and everything, and they're the same price as the other companies that are a little behind. They also liked the Ford a lot, but they were a little. They didn't dislike the Chevy. They just felt it was a little outdated and needed to kind of catch up to the other two. But everybody's always, one of those companies is always going to be the last one to, take the next. So someone's always going to be a little behind. Someone's always going to be a little ahead. I don't care for the look of the new Chevy pickups at all, but to each his own. Looks. I mean, appearance is that's a matter of opinion. If I were buying a new pickup, I'd probably look at Dodges and Fords right now. I'm not sure which I'd go with. Probably just whatever I could. I don't know. Probably whichever the best deal was. I think we'll go about an hour today, guys. We're about 7 minutes left. I'm going to get out of here and hit the thrift store. I think Kim's coming home early from work today. It's Friday. She usually gets home early on Fridays. And I can spy on her with the Tesla app and see where she's at. Hey, thanks, Sky. Appreciate you coming in and talking. Appreciate all your support on the channel. And anybody else here who's watching, nobody's talking, but watch Sky One's videos. Check out his channel. There's his channel name right there, Sky One Videos. Check it out. But see, I can see where she's at. There's our car. She's driving, and she's on Northwest M Street in Hastings, Nebraska. And I can track the car. She's on her way home. Oh, wait, that's her boyfriend's house. No, she's on her way home. Take care, Sky One. Yeah, speed up, God. That's one of the creepy things about the Teslas. You can. Like if I go to my girlfriend's house, Kim's gonna know. I got to take the Challenger. Well, I think since Sky's rolling out here, we'll probably wrap this up. Doing just about an hour, so I want to thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate you. Even if you didn't talk, I appreciate you for coming, checking out the video, hanging out. Everybody who was here, and the support, all the support you guys give is amazing. And well, I keep pumping out the videos, even though my views are down horribly. I'm getting like 200 views instead of 2,000 or 5,000 or 8,000 like I used to, but it's all good. Just keep watching, guys. Keep hanging in there. Hopefully one of my videos will take off soon, and I can get back into the suggestions stuff for YouTube videos and start getting some more views. But anyway, that's a whole other issue. Take care, Alan. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming. Everybody else, thank you, and I will see you all later. Joeysixtysix, we're going to get out of here. See you later, guys. Let me hit this end stream button, and then it takes a minute, and we'll see. And do I want to end the stream? Yes, I do. Let's go. See ya.